Welcome everybody to one of the most important matches of the season. This is such a big matchup, not just because both players won a title last week. Fernandez versus Rybakina is a blockbuster matchup on a normal day, but today is even more important because if Rybakina wins, she is one match away from qualifying for the WTA finals. If she loses, Andreeva qualifies. So that is what is at stake. Fernandez in great form. Like I said, just won a title last week. Rybakina also won a title last week, so it's a great matchup as well. But the pressure that is on Rybakina right now is intense. By the way, chat, I almost missed this match because I went for a run thinking that it was going to start in an hour. I thought it was going to start at 3 o'clock my time, not 2 o'clock my time. And then when I looked up, players started walking out on court. I'm like, hang on, why is this happening? So luckily I didn't get to do anything else. I got back from the run and then I jumped back on the computer. So that was just lucky. Otherwise I would have missed it. And then I would have really been annoyed. I don't know why. I just thought it was starting at the same time as the Eala doubles match that's happening in an hour. I just thought they were happening at the same time. All right. We are watching Eala if it doesn't rain. After this. And then we've got Sinner versus Caboli tonight. Fritz avoided losing to Vacheroy, so he kind of stopped the freight train. And that's about it, I think. I think we're all up to date. So yeah, the winner of this will play on Boko tomorrow. So whoever wins this will play on Boko. Of course, if Rybakina wins, then she has to beat on Boko to win her spot at the WTA finals. So that is what we are watching. Let's see if Rybakina can get it done. I'm going to go Rybakina in 3. I think Rybakina will get it done in 3. All right. Rybakina serving, but she wins the first point, 15-love. All right. As Rybakina wins the second point, 30-love. So here we go. Let's see. Bencic won too fast. Yeah, I don't know why. I just thought... I didn't even realize Bencic was playing first. I just thought that... for some reason, I just thought this match was starting at like midday local time. I don't know why I didn't. I don't know. But I was lucky because I looked at the chat and I'm like, why is Greg saying cue the music? And then I looked up and I'm like, oh, they've started. They're about to start. Oh, that's why. Yeah, Bencic won in an hour and a half. But I don't know. I just thought that the order of play said that it was not before... it says not before 11:30. Okay, it was 30 minutes. Wait, hang on. What's the time in Tokyo then? Oh, Tokyo time is not the same as China time. Oh, I messed up the time zones. That's why. I thought the beat of both players. I should know that there was a difference in time. I thought that China and Japan had the same time zone. That's why I messed it up. I just went, that's 3 hours behind my time. Yeah, 11:30 would be 2 hours from an hour ago. But we're lucky. Lucky we're here. Very lucky. All right. Rybakina was the first game on love. Luckily, we didn't miss out on anything, though. So we're good. Everything's fine. Doesn't even matter. Is everyone going to be healthy for the finals, especially Keys? I'm not sure about Keys. Apparently, she is fine, but she hasn't played since the US Open, so that's not ideal. But everyone else should be fine. Like, I don't see any... I think Anisimova's got a bit of a problem, but she hasn't played, so she should hopefully be recovered from her leg injury. But, yeah. All right. Fernandez wins the first point on her serve, 15-love. Now, they have played before, these two. They played in Washington semifinals, and it was a 3 tie-break. By the way, was there no breaks in that one? That was one of the best matches of the season. There was 1 break each. 3 tie breaks. 6-7, 7-6, 7-6 Fernandez. One of those matches that Rybakina, one of those semi-final clashes where Rybakina had chances and just couldn't get it done. Same as, sort of like in Berlin when she had a chance against Sabalenka in that quarterfinal, and then she had a chance against Mboko in that semi in Canada. Washington was another one of those nearly matches for Rybakina. Rybakina has won one of their matches. That was the first time they played last year in in Qatar. And then they played last year in Cincinnati. It was a 3-setter to Fernandez. And then this year in Washington, 3-setter to Fernandez. So it's either going to be straight sets Rybakina or 3 sets Fernandez. Fernandez does have strapping on her right leg, though, because obviously she's played so much. And she had to play Sakkari in the first round, whereas Rybakina had the first round bye. So Rybakina got more time off. Was it a backhand now to the backhand of Fernandez? Forehand to Rybakina. As Fernandez goes backhand to forehand with Rybakina, and then Fernandez backhand goes wide. Rybakina is hitting big. 15-30. You played more Nintendo tennis? You mean Mario tennis? A little bit, not much, because last night I went to bed after the stream, but I haven't had a chance this morning. See, chat, I was so confident that this match was going to start in like 35 minutes from now that I even went for a longer run than usual. I was running, I'm like, I'm going to run 5 kilometers, and I ended up running 6. I was like, yeah, I'm fine, I got plenty of time. Then I got home and I started making breakfast, and then I looked up and I'm like, oh, I have to go live right now. But luckily, everything worked out. Just 30-all. Lucky. I just made it in time. 30-all. But my legs are so sore. I was overly ambitious. 6 kilometers was too much. I feel like it's going to be too much tomorrow. 30-all, you ran more than a park run? Yeah, well, I was going to run 4 kilometers, which is my average. And then I'm like, oh no, I'll go 5. And then I started running, and then I'm like close to 6. And I'm like, oh, well, I'm going to keep running till I get to 6. And then I was dead. And then I walked in and I was like, oh, now I have to work stream. Whoops. Luckily, you can't smell me. I smelled delightful. As the backhand winner down the line from Fernandez, 40-30. Beans on toast? Pfft. What are you talking about, beans on toast? Who has beans on toast? That's terrible. That is, come on. I know it's an English delicacy, but Jesus. We can do better than that. Avocado on toast, that's what we do here. We're a little bit classier down here. We have avocado on toast. Smashed it. We smash it on the toast. So it spreads everywhere, and then you put an egg on top of it. That's what we have. You can have your beans. We'll have our avocado. All right, 1-0. Beans on toast. Come on. All right, 1-0. Beans on the side with a big breakfast, okay. But not just beans on toast. What are you talking about? Come on. 1-1. Vegemite is worse than beans. Did I say Vegemite? I said avocado. Avocado is not Vegemite. 1-0. What's about Vegemite? Nobody said Vegemite. Now 1-1. As we got a forehand now from Rybakina to the backhand of Fernandez. Backhand of Rybakina. Into the forehand of Fernandez. As Rybakina forehand to the backhand of Fernandez. As Rybakina sliced down the line, Fernandez gets it back and hits it out. 15-love. Aussies do Vegemite on toast, it's known. I know, but you're saying like nobody said Vegemite. You said Vegemite. That's got nothing to do with what I'm saying. By the way, Vegemite on toast with cheese and melted butter, delicious. So you're just not eating it right. If you're eating it like Nutella, you're wrong. You're doing it wrong. 30-love. If you're eating it straight out the jar, that's psychotic. Everybody knows that you got to put it on. You got to at least have a lot of melted butter on the toast, and then put on the Vegemite. Or the best way to have Vegemite is with cheese, melted cheese. That's the best. You don't eat it on its own. It's like eating mustard alone. Like, do you just eat mustard out of the bottle? That's crazy, right? It's just like that. It's supposed to go with things. It's not supposed to be on its own. Just, it sounds fire. It is fire. I will not have any Vegemite. What's the word? Blasphemy in this chat. Vegemite is a delicacy. Like a Tim Tam. Or Milo. Or Lamingtons. Or whatever else Australians do. All right. As we're back in the backhand, into the back of Fernandez. Fernandez hits a winner down the line. 30-all. Diminor said avocado on toast is his favorite. Oh yeah, it's delicious. Especially if, like in Melbourne, we're like, that's a thing we do. All right, 30-all. By the way, chat yesterday. Oh my god. Fritz ended up beating Vachereau 7-5 in the third, which was lucky. He got lucky, Fritz. He got out of that luckily. As that goes out by Fernandez. Rybakina with the 40-30 lead. (40-30). Default second serve. Forehand down the line. Into the forehand of Fernandez. Rybakina with a volley. Winner. All right, 2-1. 2-1. All right. Cool. Two, 1 Fernandez. Sorry, Rybakina. Fernandez to serve. All right. All right. Drinking tea tonight. Doing what Cam drink. Well, I'm drinking a matcha, so. Because I didn't realize I was going to be streaming. I thought I was going to have breakfast. Am I excited for the new NBA season? Yeah, I want to. I mean, yeah. I don't. I mean, yeah. I don't even know who plays anymore. I'm so out of the loop. 2-1. As Fernandez serves. Ruby's Cafe in New York is Aussie-inspired cafe. Nice. Serving to the forehand of Rybakina. Forehand from Fernandez. Into the backhand of Rybakina. Fernandez forehand. In the backhand of Rybakina. It's Fernandez forehand down the line of the nets. Love 15. By the way, chat, 2 bands are playing next year that I'm like really tempted to go see. Good Charlotte are playing like right near my birthday. But it's a long way. It's like it's in like the middle of the nowhere, so I don't know if I'll go see it. And they're very expensive tickets. And then Pierce the Veil are playing, I think during the Monte Carlo final, or like before the Monte Carlo final. It's on a Sunday at Rod Laver Arena. How appropriate. And the tickets aren't that expensive, so I might go. But I need to go. I need someone to go. I can't go alone. As that backhand goes the net from Fernandez, and it's love 30. But like Pierce the Veil tickets are super cheap. And they're still pretty good tickets too. So I'm kind of like, Good Charlotte? Yeah, I want to go to Good Charlotte, but tickets are very expensive. And I don't know, I think it's during a big tournament. So I'm a little bit, I don't want to just go and, it's going to be like a 2-day trip because it's so far away. Anyways, 15:30. I think it's in February, so it's during the Middle Eastern swing. There's no tickets available. There you go. Well, I'm not going to that concert then. Good Charlotte's off the table. 15:30, that made it easy. It's so much easier when you just don't have the option. Oh no, I can. Okay, general admission. $170. It'd be kind of sick though. So is this general admission? So it's just like, I guess, just a big mosh pit. 30. But it's in Bendigo, and the Bendigo is not close. It's like 4 hours away. 30. As a backhand forehand rally, Fernandez down the line with the winner, 40-30. Secondary market. No, that's just like normal market. It's on the 21st of February, starting at 6 p.m. Interesting. Hang on, let me check what the calendar says and then we'll see. I would kind of love to go to Good Charlotte. Not going to lie. It'd be kind of awesome. It'll be during Dubai. Dubai starts at like 3 a.m., right? I could go and come back for the stream. Anyway, it's 2-0. I reckon I could go. It'll be semi-finals of Dubai. Wait, no. It'll be final of Dubai. 20... Yeah, because Sunday they don't do anything. So the Dubai final. And then it'll be Doha, Rio, and Delray Beach finals. Semi-finals. Depends who plays Doha. Maybe I could go. Hmm. Too bad there's a good band, but it doesn't sound like it's meant to be. Chat, can I have the day off? 5 months in advance. It's in 5 months. Can I have the day off on the 21st of February to go to Good Charlotte for my birthday? It's only the final of Dubai. We can make it up in another day. 30, love. As Rybakina gets a 40, love. When was the final of Dubai this year? What time? Ah, 40 love, as that goes to the net by Rybakina. Ah, Dubai final start at 2 a.m. I can go. The Dubai final start at 2 a.m. Oh, and then the final of Doha was at the same time. Okay. $40.30. Maybe I could stream after the concert near the venue. If I can get internet in the middle of nowhere. Good serving from Rybakina. 3-2. Maybe I could stream after the concert. What's an Airbnb like in the middle of nowhere? Chad, I can make this work. This could work. Stream the concert? Get in trouble. Oh yeah, get the channel banned. All right. Chat, we might be able to do this. It's so crazy, it might just work. God, if I just had enough friends that would be able to go, we could split a house. And they could party while I worked for the couple hours. But I have no friends. It might just work. It's so crazy, it might just work. It's a 3-hour, 4-hour drive. Anyways, 15 love. As long as it's not a Sinkeraz final. Oh, God. Now it's going to be a Sinkeraz final, isn't it? Damn it. Why'd you have to say that? Why'd you have to say Sinkeraz? Now it's going to happen. Damn it. And it's going to be a Swiatek Sabalenka Dubai final now. Damn it. All right, forehand goes into the slice of Fernandez. Backing out from Rybakina as a winner. And it's 15 all. Actually, you know what? I've got a good idea. All right. Ah, 15. All right. $30-15. The return goes in the backhand of Fernandez. Drop shot is good. Rybakina gets it. Then Fernandez hits the backhand winner. 40-15. Uh, 40-15. Serve out wide is an ace. All right. Fernandez levels 3-all. Now, I'm not sure what the weather is like in China right now, but hopefully Eala's doubles match will also begin in a minute. Does anyone have an update on the singles? Hasn't started yet, so maybe it is shit. 3-0. All right, 15 love. Yeah, Mboko and Andreescu are playing doubles, aren't they? I just seen that. But it looks like there's no matches happening yet in China. Must be still raining. 30 love. As that goes out, goes in by Fernandez. Nice shot. 30-15. As we're back in too strong on the serve. 40-15. 40-15. A bit of fault second serve. And it's a double fault, 40-30. As Rybakina holds. All right, 4-3. This is pathetic. Rybakina is getting bullied by a girl half her size. Weston, do you watch tennis? Why are you being so negative? Haven't you, like, their head-to-head shows that Fernandez should win this. She's won the last 2 matches in a close 3-setter. I mean, why are you being so negative? God, I hate the word pathetic. Does anyone else hate that word? That's such a negative word. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I hate that word. It gets used so much in the chat at times. I'm like, pathetic is such a dismissive word. I don't like it. Yeah, so negative, yeah. Pathetic is a pathetic word, yeah. Do you see the chatter that wanted this match from yesterday? No, they're not here. Where the hell's Carl? Hey, Carl, where are you? I'm watching the match that you wanted to watch. Hello, Carl. Carl, are you there? Carl. You were saying that you wanted to watch this match and you're not even here. Carl. Has anybody seen Carl? Anybody seen Carl? We need Carl. He was saying how dare we watch doubles and not this match, and then he doesn't show up. Carl! Carl, where are you, Carl? Somebody find Carl. Make sure he's okay. Somebody check on Carl. He'll show up for the doubles and then complain that we're watching doubles. He's just waiting for when we go live on the doubles. He'll be like, I can't believe you're watching this. Huh? Somebody check on Carl. 4-3. We need to make sure Carl's okay. All right, double fault Fernandez, love 15. By the way, it looks like that the match in Guangzhou is going to start in about 5 minutes. So we'll start that up in a second. Rybakina from Rybakina into the forehand Fernandez. Fernandez in the net, love 30. Love 30. Now it was Carl with a K. Carl with a K. Who was yesterday just basically saying how crazy it was that we're watching doubles and not Rybakina, but then Rybakina didn't play yesterday, so I don't know what he was talking about. All right, love 30. As the forehand goes into the backhand of Rybakina. Forehand out from Fernandez. Into the backhand of Rybakina. Fernandez backhand in the net. And there's love 40. Love 40. Oh, with the receipts. Now, I just remember, because yesterday somebody was like I looked at because I was obviously had to postpone the match because it kept on raining, but I looked over and this one guy just kept on yelling and screaming about how we weren't watching Rybakina and we were watching this instead. I'm like, that's not true. We couldn't watch Rybakina yesterday. She didn't play. And they're like, he was just very unhappy that we're watching doubles. But then we didn't watch the doubles. So yeah, it just stuck in my mind. When it got brought up right now, I'm just, I remember that guy. That guy was going nuts. He just didn't check the schedule. Anyways, Rybakina's got love 40, and Fernandez hits a winner. 15-40. Hey, what's going on, Bradley? Welcome back. All right, still break points for Rybakina. No. As Fernandez serves. No, she doesn't. Serving to the corner of Rybakina. Backing out from Fernandez. Goes long. There's the break. 5-3. 5-3. All right. All right, 5-3 as Rybakina serving for the set. 15 love. As Rybakina comes in with a forehand, Fernandez puts up a lob. Rybakina backhand cross court. Fernandez gets with a passing shot. And it goes in. 15-0. Great shot. 15-0. All right, 15-0. As the return goes in the forehand of Rybakina. Backhand of Fernandez. Into the forehand of Rybakina. Fernandez slice. Into the backhand of Rybakina. Fernandez with a passing shot again. Rybakina volley in the net. 15-30. 15-30. All right, 15-30. Is it a forehand now to the forehand of Rybakina? Rybakina in the net. 15-40. Rybakina in trouble. $15.40. All right, it's Weird fault. Second serve. As the return goes out, 30-40. Fault second serve. She double faults. We're back on serve. 5-4. Fernandez breaks back. All right. All right. All right. Back at serve. All right, we'll get this other stream started as well because Eala is about to play doubles. All right, welcome everybody. We've got a double header because there's just so much going on. Eala is playing doubles over in China, and we've got Rybakina taking on Fernandez, which is a very important match. Rybakina was serving with the set and just got broken, so she needs to win this match, Rybakina, if she's going to make the WTA finals. But Eala's playing doubles with Kishinok, and they're taking on Tang and Appleton. And I think Eala and Appleton have played each other before in doubles, I think. So, could be interesting. This was supposed to be yesterday, but because of the rain, it got postponed. And here we are. So I didn't forget that she was playing. We just couldn't watch her yesterday. But now we're here. We are here. All right, love 15. Let's see if Rybakina can try and take the set with a break. Love 15. By the way, Weston, I feel like you've got like $1,000 on Rybakina. I think that's the vibe I'm getting. I'm getting the gamble vibe. Anyone? Like, you're very critical of everything that Rybakina is doing wrong. I feel like you're sweating. You're sweating some cash or something. Like the terrible smash of first serve down in the middle, and Fernandez will barely even touch it. So you're like you're backseat coaching, and I feel like you just got just $1,000 on the line or something. You get given off. You got a lot of skin in the game, it feels like. 15-30. Like more than just the average, unless you're just like a super fan, maybe. Like you're Rybakina's number one fan, you're just very, very frustrated. But I don't know, it just feels like there's some money on the line. It's got that gambler's vibe, you know what I'm saying? 30-0. Can Rybakina steal the set? I just want Rybakina to feel her potential. Okay, but you're being very critical. Being very, very invested. All right, 30-0. As Fernandez serves again. By the way, Appleton and Tang are going to serve first in the doubles. Backhand Rybakina into the backhand of Fernandez. Fernandez in the net. All right. 30-40. A chance for Rybakina to take the set anyway. All right. 30-40. As Fernandez serves. Into the backhand Rybakina. Forehand Fernandez. Into the forehand Rybakina. It's Fernandez backhand in the net. There's the set. All right. You can stop sweating. Rybakina takes the first 6-4. Bit of a shame for Leylah. Getting broken after just having getting the break back and then giving it straight back to lose the set. But great start for Rybakina. Must-win match if she's going to keep her WTA Finals hopes alive. Tomorrow against Mboko, if she does win this match, will be the deciding match. And if I bet tomorrow, if Rybakina wins this and then plays Mboko tomorrow and beats Mboko, she is on the next plane straight after that match on the next plane to Riyadh. She's not going to stick around. I don't think she's playing the rest of Tokyo if she wins tomorrow. By the way, Fernandez actually played a really good set. 10 winners, 5 errors. Rybakina, not so much. 6 winners, 10 errors. So even though Fernandez played a hell of a lot better, it was still Rybakina who won. So there you go. So if Rybakina does play a little bit better, this second set could be a bit quicker. All right. Here we go. But yeah, she's got to get through the Canadians to get through this. By the way, didn't Mboko and Andreescu play singles in the first round against each other? I'm pretty sure they did. Now they're playing doubles. It's cool. Didn't they? Yeah, they did. But Mboko has won both the matches straight sets and played very, very well against Lise. It was just too good. All right. Rybakina serving first in the second. Love 15. Love 15. Fernandez wins the first point. Also, the doubles about to begin. Eala and Kitchenok, who actually is a very experienced doubles player. She has got... I think she's 30 years old. And has got a lot of doubles experience, which is great for Eala to learn from. 33 years old. She has made the semifinals in the mixed doubles back in 2019 of the French Open. She also made the quarterfinals last year of Wimbledon and Roland Garros, which was her best result. She's won 11 doubles titles in her career. Her singles, she was 100 in the world at her peak, but is definitely more of a doubles pro at this stage. But yeah, last year was her best result in her doubles career, making 2 quarterfinals of Grand Slams for the first time in her women's doubles career. She did actually win the Elite Trophy back in 2018, partnering her. I think she has a twin sister. So, yeah, her and her sister won the Elite Trophy, which, if you remember, used to be sort of like the pre-WTA Finals trophy. It was for players that were ranked, I think, just like between 9 and 20 in the world. So the Elite Trophy was like almost like the second WTA Finals. And that was her biggest trophy ever. She also has won a bunch of 500 trophies, or a couple of 500 trophies, 250s as well in the doubles. But the Elite Trophy with her sister is the biggest trophy she's ever won. Just to give you a bit of a more insight, who else played that event? Anyone else of note? Not really. But still, a massive trophy to win. All right, we get the deuce. As Rybakina tries to take the first game of the second, and Eala has already got a break point, 30-40. As Rybakina comes in, and that goes out by Fernandez. And it's advantage Rybakina. Advantage Rybakina as that goes in the net by Kitchenok. And we get a deciding point because it's doubles, and that's what they do. No advantage. All right, advantage Rybakina, though. As Fernandez returns the forehand to Rybakina. Backhand of Fernandez is a winner. And we get back to deuce. All right, first there was a fault from, I think, Appleton serving. Serving to the backhand of Eala. Great return, but the volley is too good from Tang. And then she puts away the second volley. And the first game goes to Appleton and Tang. All right, Rybakina serves again. An ace down the tee. And it's advantage Rybakina. Rybakina has how many break points? It should be on the screen. All right, advantage Rybakina. Oh, she serves another ace. All right. Great serving. Rybakina holds. 1-love in the second. So yeah, we got Jannik Sinner coming up later. He's coming up in like 12 hours. So, yeah. We've got some time off between now and then. 15-love. Eala serving. As Eala serves again. A fault. Second serve. Serving to the forehand of Appleton. Forehand from Eala. As Appleton forehand again. The forehand of Eala. Appleton with the backhand down the line. Is a winner. 15-0. It's Fernandez forehand. Goes into the forehand of Rybakina. Backhand for Fernandez. Volley from Rybakina is good. And Fernandez passing shot goes out. Love 15. Love 15. As Fernandez serves a fault. Second serve. Serving to the backhand of Rybakina. Fernandez forehand to the forehand of Rybakina. Into the backhand slice of Rybakina. Oh, sorry, Fernandez. Rybakina forehand. As Rybakina from Fernandez goes wide. Love 30. As Eala with the forehand down the line. Winner, 40-15. Nice hitting from Eala. Love 30, Rybakina. Rybakina has the scariest serve in the WTA so far, by far. Oh, yeah. She has the best serve, for sure. First serve's a fault, second serve. Love 30. As Fernandez serves in the forehand of Rybakina. Rybakina Fernandez goes wide. Love 40. Rybakina to take the break early in the second. As Eala holds, and it's 1-1. No one wants to play Rybakina in the WTA finals? Oh, yeah. Hell no. Especially if she's coming in with like a winning streak and form. Like, that's scary. That's so scary. All right, return winner by Rybakina. It's 2-love. 2-love. Love. All right. Rybakina serves. A fault. Second serve. All right. Forehand goes in the forehand of Rybakina. And Rybakina's forehand goes in the net. 15. I love 15. All right. Tang serves a fault. Second serve. As a return from Eala goes in the forehand of Tang. And then the volley from Kishinok is too easy. 15-30. As Rybakina serves. Into the forehand of Fernandez. Rybakina backhand. Into the backhand Fernandez. Rybakina backhand again. Into the backhand Fernandez. Fernandez in the net. 15-all. All right, 15-40, by the way. For Eala. Tang making some errors. All right, Rybakina serves a fault second serve. As Eala with the backhand into the backhand of Tang on the stretch. And then Appleton with a volley in the net. There's the break for Eala. And Kishinok. And it's 2-1. Eala gets the break. All right, 30-15. Rybakina on a mission. $30-15. There's a default second serve. As return in the net by Fernandez, 40-15. To go to 3-love. In the second. Rybakina serves the fault, second serve. Remember, Rybakina has to win today and has to win tomorrow to take her place in the WTA final. She has to win her next two matches. Backhand goes into the forehand of Fernandez, who hits a winner down the line. 40-30, nice shot. 40-30. By the way, if Rybakina does qualify for the WTA finals, there is a possibility that she serves 500 aces this year, which would be an incredible amount of aces. She obviously needs to serve a lot of aces in this match and the next match, and then the three matches she'd play in Saudi if she does qualify. But that's like 500 aces. I think it's only Serena and Pliskova who've done that before. It hasn't been done that often. It's like 1,000 ace season for the men. That's sort of the equivalent, and that's not been done either that much. Anyways, 3 love. What's the record aces in a season? I think it was Pliskova with like 530 or something. I think it is Pliskova who holds the record. But I think it was only Serena and Pliskova who have done... Yeah. Sorry, no. Only Pliskova has done it. She's done it twice. 2015, 2016. And 530 aces was the most in a single season. 2016, which broke the previous record the year before, which she set herself in 517. So yeah, only Pliskova has served over 500 aces in a single season. So Rybakina will be the second if she can serve 10 aces a match for the next few matches. Rybakina, by the way, has served more aces at 1,000 events in a season. The most aces in a 1,000 series season, with 235 in 2023. So the most aces in the 1,000s in a single season, Rybakina holds that record, but that's a very niche record. And Rybakina did win the most aces in a season, 2020 season. She hit the most, and she'll do it again this year. By the way, chat, I said this every year around this time every year. Why do we not have? First of all, why do we not have a tennis awards show like a proper legitimate WTA awards where they not just like some online poll where they just chuck it online and go, oh, by the way, so and so won Player of the Year. No. Like have an actual award ceremony. Why do we not do that? And also, why do we not give an award out for the most aces per season? Because that seems like that is like the scoring. Like if you go to the NBA or soccer, like the golden boot, why do we not have the golden racket or the golden ball or something for the most aces in a season? Because that should count for something. But then also the players with the most wins per season. Why do we not have these things? How do we not have these things? Yeah, okay, not everyone will go to these ceremonies, but why do we not at least have something like that? You could have a tennis awards ceremony with both men and women's at the end of the year, after, in December sometime. Why do we not have this? Just do it in Europe. More players are probably likely to show up. Yeah, they're on holidays, but why at least have something? And give awards for most aces in a single season. Match of the year. Actually give awards out to these things. Not just be on the website, just post hey, this is the greatest match of the year. Yay. Actually do something, Have an award show. Why do they not do that? I feel like it's such a missed opportunity. That's why we do that. We do the Tennis Talk Awards, right? Because nobody else does it. WTA, ATP don't do it. So we have to make up our own ones, All right, love 30. As we're backing down the line of the backhand of Fernandez, Rybakina looking for the double break. By the way, break back for Appleton and Tang. As Rybakina hits into the ground. 15-30. Great idea. I thought so. Calendar's already packed. I don't think it suits them for this proper... But they don't have to do they can do they don't even have chat. I'm not even asking for all the players to attend. Why don't just do a 1 hour live stream with 2 random presenters. I'll be one. Pick me. And just literally just go just do an award show with no audience and no players. You can give out the awards, you know what I mean? Literally what we do every year. The Tennis Talk Awards, literally just do that. Just have 2 people hosting the live stream on the WTA or ATP website, right? And then just do you don't have to have the players there. Or you do get them to like do a video, like you tell the players in advance who's going to win, like they do at the award shows, and get them to record a message, or get all the players nominated for the category to give a message or something. Like you could easily do this. You could do it so easily that would take players 2 seconds to record something on their phone, send it to the WTA or ATP. You could easily do this. Chat, it is not that hard. You could do the bare minimum and it would still be better than what they do now. Like, come on. Like, come on. Anyways, Fernandez holds and it's 3-1. Like, chat, you could do this, right? Don't give them the idea they'll steal it. I want them to do it. That's why I'm giving them the idea. Like, I'm saying it out loud so that if somebody listens, then they might do it. And then we can go, hey, they did the thing. Like, what am I going to... Who cares if they do it? And steal... What are they stealing? It's a good idea and it benefits all of us. So let's hope they do steal it and do it. Let's hope the ATP and WTA are listening and they do put together an award show. If I'm giving them the idea, hey... It's going to be good for the sport. Let's do it. All right, ace down the tee from Rybakina. How many aces has she hit in this match? 3. We're going to do the Rybakina countdown if she qualifies. WTA finals, Rybakina ace countdown. We're going to do it. Just like we did with Hubie when he got to 1,000 aces back in like 23. Anyways, Eala breaks again. Sorry we're not focusing on the doubles that much. I'm just going on a tangent. So wait, how many aces have Rybakina got now? What did I say? She has 3. Did I say 457? Chat, this is history if she does qualify and hit the most aces in a season. I mean, most whatever I said. All right, so she's currently on 460 aces with potentially 4 matches to go. So 10 aces per match. In the next 4 matches, because remember, she's going to get guaranteed 3 matches at the WTA finals, which qualifies. So she could get 500. 500 is possible. She probably needs to hit like another 3 today, and then against Mboko, she's probably going to have to hit 10 or about 10, at least 10, right? And it's going to be hard if she plays like Swiatek or Paolini to hit 10 aces, and even Gauff, right? But if she does, she's only 460. She's only 40 away. What's the record? So only one player in the history of the WTA has hit 500 aces in a single season. And Rybakina mathematically could be the second. All right. I'm going to patent the idea before they can use it. Well, you're just a party pooper. What, are you going to do the award show? No. You're just going to sit on it and ruin it for everybody else. So don't do that. As Fernandez in the net, 30-0. Unless you're going to do the award show. Are you going to do the award show? Are you going to put money into the production and make it really, really fancy? No? Yes? Maybe? Or are you just going to sit on it and be like, oh, now pay me. Like a loser. 30-0. As Rybakina says, another ace. Whatever the number I just mentioned, it added 1 to that. 40-30. I don't think Rybakina is going to play if she qualifies for Riyadh. I reckon tomorrow is Rybakina's last match of this tournament, no matter what happens. Win or lose, it's her last match. I don't think if she beats Mboko, she's not going to play the rest of the tournament. Why would she? She came here to qualify. She didn't come here to... She won the tournament last week. Why would she risk getting injured by playing in Tokyo? When the job is qualify for Riyadh. You know what I mean? If I'm her coach, we're like the second that if she beats Mboko, the second she wins in the press conference after, she's saying, I'm not playing tomorrow. Like that's the smart option. That's what you do. You got to am I wrong? Like if you're Rybakina's coach, you're saying yeah, we qualify, we leave. Like we're not staying. We didn't come here to win the title. We came here to qualify. Especially with Rybakina's injury record, you don't want to risk that. What, you want to qualify and then get injured? That's crazy. No shot. There's no shot Rybakina plays after tomorrow at this event. No chance. If she wins today. Yeah, qualify and dip. Easily. Like that is this. By the way, she's only 39 away from the record, from 500. All right, advantage Fernandez though, and Rybakina with a good serve down the tee. Also 40-15 as Appleton hits a lovely forehand winner. Yeah, you get paid to appear at the WTA finals, yeah. All right, we get to deuce. Rybakina serves again. All right, that goes net by Rybakina. And it's advantage Fernandez. To get back on serve. Guaranteed points too. I don't know if they do that anymore. I don't know if you get points for just being there anymore. I think it's 200 points for a win, 0 for the loss. They used to do it when you got I think you got 100 points for the win and 100 for the loss, 300 for the win, but I don't think they do that anymore. I think you have to win to make points. Anyways, we're back on serve. Appleton hits a winner. And it's 3-0. Let me check. Because I remember a couple of years ago, it was 300 for the win, 150 for the loss. But I think they got rid of that. Because last year, I think they got rid of that. And it was 200 for the win. Yeah, so if you only get 200 points for the win, you get nothing for the loss. Which is much better, because why would you get points for losing? You get points for losing in regular events, but why would you... That means you're guaranteed points for not winning them. Going 0-3? That seems silly. And the men's side, they don't do that. If you lose, you don't get anything. But you get a participation fee of $235,000 just for being there. And if you win matches, you get $350,000. So $335K for being there. And then $350,000 every time you win, plus 200 ranking points. So if you lose, you still get $335,000. Alternates get paid $250 just for showing up, not even playing. So $250,000 for Alexandra Eala and Andreeva or Rybakina just for being there. So that's fun. At least that was last year. Maybe they've upped the prize this year, but that was last year. I don't know if they've changed that this year. Let me check. No, they haven't announced it yet, I don't think. But that was last year, so it might have gone up this year. Anyways, advantage Rybakina to try and keep this break. Yeah, winner doesn't get any points. Well, they didn't last year, so I don't think they will this year. All right, forehand now from Rybakina to the backhand of Fernandez. Rybakina forehand into the backhand of Fernandez. Forehand now Rybakina again. As Fernandez goes to the backhand of Rybakina off the tape to the forehand of Fernandez. Rybakina backhand on the stretch. Fernandez forehand goes down the line and long. 4-1. Rybakina hangs on. Tough game. Last player who didn't win a single match at the WTA Finals. I think last year it was... I'm pretty sure last year... Pellini didn't win a match. If I'm not mistaken. No, Pellini won a match. Last year it was Pegula was 0-2, but then she didn't play her final match. So last year everybody pretty much won a match except for Pegula. And then Sakkari in 2023 and Vondrousova both went 0-3. But that was in Cancun with that crazy weather. All right, 40-15. I'll tell you what, 2023 WTA Finals needs to be studied. That whole build-up to that tournament with all the BS and all the the fact that they couldn't get a venue and they didn't know. Remember how we didn't know where it was going to be played until the last minute Like the month before, they were like, oh yeah, we're going to Mexico. And then they went to the venue apparently and they couldn't find, they said they were supposed to be inside, but then the roof was too low or something. So they couldn't play indoors because it was against regulations. The venue wasn't, so then they had to build a stadium outside, but then the weather was shit. Like it was crazy. And then like the courts were horrible and like the weather was just ridiculous and it was just insane. And the venue wasn't even built until like 2 days before. Players couldn't practice, I think. Like it was a whole thing. And then Swiatek just runs through the tournament with no troubles. Wild stuff. Anyways, 4-3, Appleton and Tang, they take the lead. That was diabolical, yeah. That was crazy. Remember like the hurricane winds and just the rain? It was crazy. 4-1, Rybakina with a set to break. She's 2 games away from that quarterfinal against Mboko, which is a rematch of what happened in the semis of Canada, but also obviously the most important match of Rybakina's year. By the way, Weston, you keep focusing on the negative. Look at the scoreline. She's up a set and a break. Why do you keep on bringing up Rybakina's serving when she's winning? She's up 6-4, 4-1, and you're like, yeah, but she's serving really badly. And you're like, yeah, but she's winning. So that's a good thing. It means that she can only get better, which if she's winning playing badly, that's pretty impressive. But like you constantly are just like, Rybakina serves really bad. Oh, it's below 50%. She's not losing though, so why are you complaining? If she was losing, I'd understand your frustrations, but she's winning quite easily. Focus on the scoreline, not the stats. 15-0, that goes out by Rybakina, and it's 30-15. Just missed the negative. I'm just reading it every time. Just her serve sucks. Well, she's winning. She's only been broken once, so can't be that bad. 30-15. As the return goes wide by Rybakina, 40-15. Who's retiring next year, do you reckon? Probably Wawrinka. I reckon Stan's got one more big year in him and he probably retires at the French or something. I would say Stan. Is Monfils retiring next year, right? Or this year? Next year. Monfils has already announced he's retiring. As Fernandez holds 4-2, Rybakina in the second. So Monf is retiring next year. Who else is playing? I mean, Cilic is getting older. Djokovic, obviously, he wants to play till 40, so he's still going. Who else is... Yeah, I think I wouldn't be surprised if Wawrinka calls it next year. He's 40 at the moment, so next year being 41, he won this week. He's still live in the draw for Basel. I mean, I don't want to be that guy, but could he retire after this week? Like Stan could call it. He plays Ruud tonight. If he loses to Ruud, we saw that. Remember Halep? Randomly lost the match and and then she just went, I'm not playing anymore. And we're like, wait, we're not ready for this. She didn't announce it until she was done. I mean, Stan could, I don't want that to happen, but it could happen, right? We've seen it happen. If he loses to Ruud today, he might just go, I've had a great career and I'm finishing it off at home. Hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully, gives us a bit of a heads up, right? We want to be able to celebrate him. I think he would retire at the French Open next year if he's going to ever retire. I don't think he'll call it tonight or this week. I think he'll want to play the French Open because the French Open's sort of I would guess his favorite tournament, and he's won it before and all that stuff. And he wants that. I mean, the French Open do you agree that the French Open do the best? And I'm not just saying because Rafa's thing was great, but I feel like the French Open do the best are the best at doing the retirement party. Like we've seen it with Tsonga. We saw this with Gasquet, I think, this year. Garcia, obviously Rafa. I think Roland Garros is probably if you have a connection to French Open, it's probably you're going to get the best send off there. They do it better than all the other slams. Even Wimbledon don't do it that good. And you would think that Wimbledon would. I mean, they don't even really do a retirement party as well as the French. So I'd say that Stan probably, if he wants a good send off, he will save it for Roland Garros. Anyways, 30-15. As Rybakina tries to finish this match, she gets to 40-15. She's only 2 games away from that important match tomorrow, the quarterfinals against Mboko, where she is trying to qualify for the WTA finals. One match to decide the WTA finals. French Open know how to celebrate players. Oh, yeah. And Stan, if you listen to Stan's voice, you can hear that he's... Because Switzerland, there's you can be from the German part, you can be from like the French part, right? There's like different parts of Switzerland that have different have different accents. He definitely has the French. He's from the French part of Switzerland. He's just got it in the accent. Whereas Roger's from more of the German part. If you listen to how Roger speaks, you can hear that he's got more of a. It sounds like he sounds more German, whereas Stan sounds more French. And they love him at Roland Garros. Like they love him, like he is French. They love Stan. So if he's going to get a send off, that's the place. 40-30. Rybakina serves in the forehand of Fernandez. Back into Rybakina to the forehand of Fernandez. To the back of Rybakina. Fernandez into the forehand of Rybakina as Fernandez backhand goes in the back of Rybakina. Into the forehand of Fernandez. Fernandez in the net. 5-2. All right, Rybakina keeps the break, and she's 1 game away from that deciding match. Sorry, Cam, what's the context behind 200 points for the win? The WTA finals. When you win a match at the WTA finals, you get 200 points, ranking points. Yeah, Stan won the French Open in 2015. All right, Appleton and... Sorry, Eala and Kitchenuk have a break point here, 30-40. To take the break and serve the set. Appleton serves, a fault. Second serve. Serve to the backhand of Kitchenuk. Backhand for Appleton to the forehand of Kitchenuk. Appleton backhand again. Kitchenuk gets it with the backhand. Tang with a volley, and then Eala wins the point and breaks. 5-4. Eala and Kitchenuk. Ons should retire? Why? Why would Ons retire? Isn't she like 29? 31. Why would Ons retire? Why should she retire? And who made you the retirement deciding person? No one. You can retire whatever the hell you want. No one should be told when to retire in tennis. They should just decide when they want. Because she's never in shape. How does that make? Why does that make you feel so passionate about it? Why do you care so much? She's had some bad injuries in the last couple of seasons, so she's 31. She could play for a lot longer if she wants. It's never the fans that want their player to retire. It's always, not the haters, but it's always just like random people that are like, so-and-so should retire. Why? Why don't you want them to keep playing? What's it to you? Let her play. Who cares? It's not hurting yours. Why is it hurting your feelings? Anyways, 15-love. Fernandez serving to stay in the match. The winner plays on Mboko tomorrow. I don't know what time, but you know we're watching it. It's the most important match of the season on the WTA. Backhand down the line from Rybakina goes long, and it's 30 love. What if you're no longer competitive? The only time that I've ever spoken about like players, I think watching players, like even I hate doing this, but I like is when like watching Rafa last year was just so hard to watch at times, and then Murray the last couple of seasons as well, but like it was just hard to watch because they just weren't who they weren't the players that they were. Like they literally, you could tell they were just totally not the same. Jabeur has just had a couple of injuries. She can still do all the fancy shit. She's just taking time away from the game right now. Whereas like watching Murray hobble around and just like, for what? It was like, oh man. And Rafa as well was tough. But even then I was like, hey, if they want to play, for the love of the game, who cares? What's it? Why is it a problem? It's so funny when people are like Venus should retire. Why? Why should Venus retire? Who cares if she accepts a wild card 3 times a year to play? We're lucky to have her playing. She'd be grateful that she's still around. I mean, I would love Serena to be doing that. But unfortunately, she is not doing that. Joseph.
Who should I bet underdog tonight in tennis?
You should bet on yourself. Yeah, buy yourself a book or something and bet on you. Bet on yourself. That's your best bet. I'm not a betting channel or an expert, so that's not my wheelhouse. So you bet on yourself, Bet on yourself, or just save your money and buy something fancy for yourself. Buy yourself a nice hat, or I don't know, share yourself a pizza for dinner instead of spending it on gambling. You're welcome. By the way, if you do have a problem with gambling, please get help. Not you, but just in general. If anybody does, because it's not good. Gambling addiction is serious and scary. All right, Rybakina serving for the match. Forehand goes into the backhand of Fernandez. Into the forehand of Rybakina. Fernandez forehand into the net. 15 love. 15 love. Also, breakback point for Appleton and Tang. We will be focusing on the doubles when this Rybakina match has ended. First serve is a fault, second serve. Second serve to the forehand Fernandez. Rybakina backhand. Whoa, what a winner! 30 love. This will be the most one-sided win that Rybakina's had against Fernandez in the last couple of matches. It's been epic. They've played some epic matches against each other in the last couple of times. This is not one of them. But it just shows where Rybakina is compared to when they played in Washington. All right, Eala and Appleton win the set. 6-4. Tang's volley goes in the net. All right, and Rybakina with an ace. How many's that? 40 love. Is that 6 aces? All right, she's only 37 away from 500. And she's 1 point away from the deciding match of the season. Possibly her final match, or maybe her match that qualifies her. Return. Goes in the back of Rybakina. Forehand Fernandez. Into the back of Rybakina on the stretch. Fernandez down the line is too good. 1 save. 40-15. 40-15. Mboko awaits the rematch of the Canadian Open match where they went the distance. And of course, Mboko got the upset. Match point number 2. As Rybakina serves a fault, second serve. All right, 40-15. Second serve, Rybakina. Into the backhand, Fernandez. Return goes down the line. Rybakina backhand, cross court. Fernandez can't get it. Okay! One match. One match to decide who plays the WTA Finals. Fernandez couldn't do the job, unfortunately. She had a great couple of weeks, though, Fernandez. She'll play next week, I think, as well. But Rybakina is on a mission. And it comes down to the final match. The winner of tomorrow's match will decide the WTA Finals. How fun is that? That is so fun. If Rybakina wins, she's in. If she loses, Andreeva is in. That's the math. It's Mboko, and I love that it's a rematch of that epic we saw. And Mboko's been playing well this week, so it's not going to be easy. Mboko, Rybakina, one of the most important matches of the season. Crazy. Also, good win for Rybakina, straight sets, straightforward. I know she didn't serve great, but she still won, so that's a positive. And she didn't have to stay out here for 3 hours and bust her ass and, stress herself. So tomorrow she'll be fresh and fiery. Now, I don't know when she's playing, but I'm going to guess that it's probably going to be at a similar time to this, probably one of the first matches tomorrow. But it is the most important matches tomorrow. Because the other quarterfinals that are set right now, I think Bencic Mukova will be first. Well, actually, no. You know what? Maybe Kalinskaya and Noskova will be first. Bencic, maybe, you know what? Mboko, if they're smart, Mboko Rybakina will be a night match. Because they'll make that, it sells itself. I mean, WTA need to start telling everybody that is the most important match of the year and everybody's got to watch, and they got to start promoting it right now. One match to decide it all. They got to start promoting that shit. So yeah, if the tournament's smart, they'll make it a night match to give it the biggest crowd they can and the most hype they can. All right. This is exciting, chat. This is what the WTA, this is what the finals race is all about. Coming down to the final week. Love it. So much fun. Heard the reason Andreeva couldn't play was because of visa issues. Do you have more insight? I heard that too. I mentioned that in the ranking show. The only reason Andreeva couldn't play is because of... And I can speak from experience from traveling, that, and I mean, look, I'm Australian, so we get in most places pretty quickly. But being from Russia, the visa must be a lot harder because of the world situation right now, right? So if I was to have a guess of what happened, was Andreeva was not going to play Tokyo, right? She wasn't going to plan on playing. But when she started to realize, especially when she lost last week, I might need to play that event. The visa, getting a visa sometimes it takes longer than a day, right? Sometimes you can't just call the place. I mean, if I was going to America, I couldn't go to America tomorrow. I'd have to apply for a visa, which could take a week, could take 2 weeks, could take a month. So she would have had to apply for a visa for Japan. And I don't know what the relationship between Russia and Japan is. Maybe there's not an agreement there with, visa issues. So if it was a visa problem, I could totally see where that came from, right? I could totally see that she tried to apply for a visa last minute because she didn't know she didn't plan on playing Tokyo. She was probably going to go to China and then, qualify and go to Riyadh, right? But because it was so last minute, she wouldn't have got the visa in time, which meant that she couldn't attend, right? So that makes sense. That would be the reason why she didn't play. It would be crazy if she didn't play because she didn't want to. There's no way that her coaches would have said, we'll just leave it up to chance. There's no way. Conchita Martinez is way too smart. She would never have been like, let's just wait and see. No, they would have tried their best. But it makes sense that and I don't know why we didn't explain that earlier. We didn't think that earlier, right? That it could have been a visa issue. 30 love. We'll merge the streams in a second. But she will be an alternate, Andreeva, no matter what happens. So even if she doesn't qualify tomorrow, she will be an alternate. And she's playing the doubles anyway, so she's not going there for nothing. 40 love. As Appleton and Tang try to recover. But Rybakina versus Mboko will be a hell of a match tomorrow. 40-15. As Kitchenuk serves. Into the back in a tang. And return goes out. And it's 1-1. All right. Everyone jump on over. But Rybakina will play Mboko tomorrow. The winner would be decided. So the WTA finals will be decided depending on who wins. But that'll be tomorrow. Come watch doubles.